A lot of headlines coming out of the Commissioner's Cup on Tuesday night in the WNBA, and we know that it was the Fever and the Lynx, and we know that the Fever won 74-59. Guys, it was a great game. Natasha Howard, 16 points, 12 boards for the Fever, named Cup MVP. And I want to know what you thought about this game, Sarah.
I mean, I felt like the Lynx were like a newly divorced guy at a bar. It was just miss.
Oh,
just like,
no.
It felt like they'd been out, like they just couldn't make a shot. And it was so unfortunate because Nafisa obviously, she just couldn't make a bucket. And it was just really unfortunate to watch. But I definitely felt like Natasha Howard was like, hey, I'm the second highest paid player on this, on this team, and I'm going to show you why I should be the number one paid player on this team. Like, she was going to get that raise in any way possible, and it had to be by winning the Commissioner's Cup. But Kelsey Mitchell was also a huge part of that win, and she proved why she was the highest paid.
Yeah, Nafisa Collier, 12 points on 6 for 18 shooting, a $500,000 purse.
Yeah.
Ooh. And so the question is, guys, well, the purse.
You
the
said
bag.
purse.
I like the way you sounded there.
The bag. And that's a lot of money when you think about what these women are making. And here's what Caitlin Clark had to say about this after the game.
We got 40 minutes. You get more for this than you do if you're the champion. Makes no sense. Someone tell Kathy to help us out.
Yeah, this was viral and went everywhere. I mean, Renee, what'd you think of that?
The game, I mean, well, here's the thing. We just played Minnesota. Why couldn't y'all shoot like that when you played against us? I'm telling you, they didn't miss a free throw when they played against us. They didn't miss very many shots. And so it's called the law of averages for a reason. They're a team that can shoot well always, by the way. But to see them shoot that bad, it was shocking. I thought the game was going to go a different way in a sense of just being close. I really still thought, even coming into the game, we knew Caitlin was going to be out. I still thought it would be a game because if anybody's been paying attention this season, every single game is a game. It doesn't matter if it's Golden State Valkyries playing against Aces. It doesn't matter. Like, these are all going to be competitive games. So to see one of those few blowout games happen at the Commissioner's Cup was pretty surprising.
And when Renee says we or us, she is referring to our team, the Atlanta Dream.
Yes!
Just so everyone at home knows.
But what do you think
you for
about that
clarifying.
comment that Caitlin made about the money?
Yeah, I think, there's an investor that came in and sponsored. So you know how when you have sponsorable items, usually those items have a higher price tag. I think that's something that's going to have to be looked at. For you to make more in a Commissioner's Cup, which is a half a season tournament essentially, and make less when you win a championship. I've won a couple of championships, and you probably I think we made around $10,000 for the championships. And with the Commissioner's Cup, we've laid out that each player gets $30,000 plus crypto. So there's higher incentives to win the in-season cup than the championship. That's definitely going to change. The same way, though, last year at All-Star, the winner, Alicia Gray, won the three-point contest and the skills competition. The purse for that now has almost doubled, I think, if not tripled, for this year. So the prices are going to continue to go up as more sponsors come in.
Yeah, Coinbase came in and clearly was handing out all that coin.
Where the money reside. Where the money reside.
You mentioned the All-Star selection. That happened as well. So let's take a look at all the All-Stars that came out. And, of course, not a huge surprise with these starters. Caitlin Clark and Nafisa Collier did get the top votes. And interesting how they do the voting, guys. 50% are fans, 25% from players, 25% from coaches. And here are your starting 10. And there is Paige Beckers. And she is the only rookie who is going to start. Angel Reese, not in the top 10. We'll still wait and see whether or not she becomes an alternate coming in this week. So there's your starters, and I'm curious about what you think about this selection.
Yeah, well, first of all, I always find it interesting. I like to see the breakdowns of, like you mentioned, there's the fan breakdown, there's the media breakdown, and then there's a player breakdown. A lot of times the player breakdown gets the loudest noise because people like to see what your peers think about you. It makes me think of Tyrese Halliburton, who was voted the most overrated player in the NBA. So then when he had his magical run in the playoffs, he said, overrate that. But it's just like, it makes me, it's because you want to be respected by your peers. And so what I found interesting about the breakdown of that list is that when you go through in the player ranking, Alicia Gray, shouts to ATL, number 1, and this is broken down in guards and posts, but Alicia Gray, number 1, you have Sabrina, number 2, you have Skylar Diggins, 3, Paige Beckers, 4, and so on. But when you go to the post ranking, the media and the players voted the post the exact same. That's very rare in the sense of starting at Asia Wilson #1, Fee #2, which I'm sure puts fuel in her tank. #3, Nneka Ogwumike. Shouts to Nneka. Longevity. #4, Stewie. So when you start to look at the player breakdown, of course the players look at that because you want to see what your peers think about you. So shouts to Alicia Gray and Asia Wilson being ranked #1 on the player list.
Yeah, Colleen, what about Caitlin Clark coming in at #9 amongst the players? What kind of message are they sending to her?
Well, I think one of the fans had a great message to everyone who was sending a potential message. 9th in your rankings, but 1st in your nightmares. I mean, 9th is actually not that bad, though. And I feel like everyone is like, oh, 9th, come on. But, like, that is, right, Renee?
She
That's
hasn't
top
played
10.
half
Not
the year.
bad.
Top 10.
She's been injured half the year.
Right.
So you can't even, like, really assign that to, like, an actual, like, it's because she hasn't played half the year. So I think everyone is reacting as if the players hate her. And it's like, no, they're saying like, and like, these are the best players who have been playing all year. And also, Caitlin's in the sophomore slump. I think we all know that, you know, and like the defenses have been forcing her to shoot from the right side, which is her weaker side. And that's clearly showing.
Yeah, I think a lot of times things are getting looked at as negative. It's like, I'm happy to be in the top 10. Like, it's great to be in the top 10. I mean, we're talking about the best players in the WNBA. That's what this list is compiled of. So I do understand, like, of course, if you're a fan of someone, you always want them to be at the top. Like, I love seeing Big Al at the top. But it is kind of to your point. Players are banking on year to year. This is not about like what Fee did last year to why she's #2. It's what Asia Wilson's doing this year to why she's #1, and so on and so forth. So I don't know. Like last time I checked, being in the top 10 is a good thing. But you know, media, they can change anything to anything. But I think that this is a powerhouse top 10. Shouts to Paige for being the only rookie in there this year in the starters. I do think that we'll see Angel Reese only because she's had a player of the week already. She's already kind of established herself as the rebounding. She's going to break rebounding records, whether people like it or not. The rebounds, the me-bounds, it don't matter. She's breaking records. She's breaking records. And so I think I saw a stat that said, like, Angel Reese is #1 in total rebounds. If you take away her O board, she's still #1. And if you take away, like, you can just keep breaking it down. But I just think it shows how stacked the league is right now, that the positioning that's happening.
Watch new episodes of Women's Sports Now every Thursday on Roku channel.